Good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of the UAFS Athletics Lions podcast. Today I will be joined by volleyball head coach Jane Sargent and later on student athlete Brianna Ball. Last week, women's golf placed 9th out of 24 teams at the Grace Shin Invitational with a 595 plus 35, led by Elisa Sichumarang in a tie for 27th with a 147 plus 7. Currently, as we record this, they are in second place at the Midwest Classic, led by freshman Allie Perry. So we'll wait on the results for that. And last weekend, freshman Cadence Hodge broke the 6K record at the UAH Chargers Invitational with a time of 22:05.0, with the women recording a program best 6K average of 23:49. Hodge also holds the school 5K record, which she broke in the first meet of the year. And now we'll get into some volleyball. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're in your 27th season coaching the Lions. What do you enjoy most about what you do?
I think just watching the kids grow, from freshman to senior and just seeing the development, not only as a player but as a human being. So, yeah.
You're a big national parks person. You go there in the off season to a bunch of them. Since I've been here, I know you've taken your team to Alaska. This year, Colorado. You went to a national park in South Carolina. What are the experiences you get out of that, and even for the players?
Yeah, I just think it's amazing to expose them to nature. And sometimes these kids don't even know about national parks. So if I can, show them, our greatest resource, and they can experience that as a team and maybe travel somewhere they've never been. I just think that's a great gift.
I mean, there's so much to the experience that's not just about volleyball, but just the whole collegiate experience as a whole.
Absolutely. Those are my favorite things. It's not about, I always tell my kids, you're never going to remember what kind of season you had or your stats or all that, but you're going to remember the adventures that we went on that are, really not volleyball related. Even though we're with our team, It's not volleyball. It's something totally different. And those are experiences we remember.
For sure. Now, this past offseason, we moved from the Lone Star Conference to the MIAA. The MIAA is one of the top 2 volleyball leagues in all the country.
Yep.
And with that, the Central region, which is by far the top, looking at it recently, there's been at least 10 teams in the top 25 receiving votes. What is that transition like, going from still a top league, but now to the top?
Yeah, it's like being in an SEC football conference. I mean, honestly, there's no easy games. Every team we play is so polished. They're so fundamental, and so we're having to play a little bit of catch up. And we've done well, and we've kind of flipped a little bit too. So we've got some catching up to do.
Now, like you said, we started 11-4. I know we had a little bit of a rough patch recently, and you got some more tough games coming up. How do you keep your team focused with such a tough schedule?
Yeah, we go back and we break down. We're trying to go back to kind of fundamentals and stuff, and that's something we work on every day. But maybe we're just emphasizing a little bit more, trying to hit a little bit higher point of contact, serve a little tougher, pass a little better, all those things.
And, with that, you went to Colorado, you started a bunch of freshmen, you've had some transfers step in. Talk a little about all the newcomers that have made contributions to this team after basically last year having, you had a lot of the same upperclassmen, same lineup, and now this year so many new faces contributing.
Yeah, we just played Northwest Missouri State, and they have 7 seniors. 5 of them are 50 are seniors. So, and we're playing at any point, we're usually playing 3 freshmen. Bariza, a sophomore, K-Max, a sophomore. We have 1 senior, 2 juniors, so it's very kind of a very young lineup, which is exciting coming on, but we're kind of paying for it a little bit right now.
Now, one of the most important positions is a setter, and you've had 2 freshman setters step in and play along with one of those upperclassmen as well. So, talk a little about what they've brought to the team.
Yeah, Scarlett Young has just had a fantastic year. Breely Maudlin's come in and played some minutes for us, and I felt like my freshman recruiting class is one of the best we've ever had. Very talented. Morgan Creer is just having an amazing first year as a right side, lefty right side. It's just one of the most athletic kids in the MIAA. So super happy with them, pleased with them.
And now we lead the MIAA in blocks. What makes our blocks so successful? We got, I think, 4 players ranked in the top 12 individually in that blocks. Morgan's one of them, Hannah Watkins, and she's climbing the record books here. What makes our blocks so successful?
Yeah, well, I mean, Hannah's 6'6", that helps, and Morgan's 6'1" and touching 10'3", so that helps too. And those are really kind of the catalysts. They put up the most blocks. Our middles are doing a really good job. Bree Ball, for one. Kaylin McDonald has really put an emphasis in improving her block. Same with our pins. Naya and Gunny are trying to do better, establishing themselves as better blockers. And so we knew going in that would probably be our strength, and so we've kind of played into that. So
now I go through every week. I kind of look for some unique stats to put in my previews for the week. So we're 11-0 when hitting above 81. And unfortunately, the complete opposite when it's under that.
Yeah.
What is your ideal hitting percentage for a match?
Gosh, I'd like to hit in the 300s, day in and day out. And that's kind of what we've really been focusing on, is just eliminating some of our mistakes, hitting-wise, because we feel like our service receipt is decent, our serving is good, our blocking is really good. But it's just our hitting. We're just making too many mistakes. So we're really focusing on improving our stat.
I saw today it had the string above the net, to help out with that a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about this weekend. First off, Friday, number 3 team in the country, Nebraska Kearney. I think they've only dropped 2 sets coming into this weekend.
Right.
What can we kind of expect going into that matchup?
Yeah, we have nothing to lose, so we're going to hopefully play loose and just give it our best shot. I always say let's act like Arkansas Razorbacks are coming in. We got to scrimmage them this spring, and I thought we had a really good showing. And I want that kind of energy, I want that kind of effort, that we just go in and we have nothing to lose, so we're just going to give it our best shot.
And then that game is at Friday at 6 p.m. and Saturday at 1 p.m. Also will be the pink out match against Fort Hays. What are we looking for in the matchup against Fort Hays on Saturday?
Yeah, that's Fort Hays is pretty similar to kind of the athletes that we have, so we feel like we might have a little bit better matchup with them than Kearney, and so we're hoping to do some good things there.
And now with Saturday's match being the pink out match, as a breast cancer survivor yourself, what does this match mean to you?
Yeah, it's just bringing awareness to something that affects 1 out of 8 women. So, it's special.
All right. Well, Coach, good luck this weekend. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We come right back. We'll have Bree Ball join us. We are now joined by sophomore middle blocker Brianna Ball. Bree, welcome.
Hi.
So you came in as a middle blocker. You played a bunch. You're still playing that position, but as a freshman, you were only in the front row.
Yeah.
This year, you kind of transitioned more to the back row, playing a little bit of both. What's that kind of been like for you?
It's definitely been a learning experience, I will say. I probably never thought I'd play back row my collegiate career, obviously. But in practice, we all play everywhere. We take the time and we do practice every single day, and I do passing every single day. And it kind of just came to the fact that we are in a new conference, and ball control is something that is really big and something that we're learning to do every day. And so that's something that I have worked for, and every day in practice I work at. So yeah, it's been a learning experience. It's been fun. I enjoy it, obviously. But yeah.
It doesn't hurt to have add a little versatility to your game. You grew up across the river, Van Buren. What's it like as a local kid playing for your hometown school?
It's a really cool experience. I have the advantage of being able at every home game to have my parents here watching me. I also get to have my old high school teammates come and watch me, my old high school coach. I have a lot of support here, so I really love it. Every time I step on the court, I have a pretty big fan base. I am a someone that people watch in the stands, and so it's really important to me that I make sure every time I step on the court that I'm putting a good perspective out there.
Now, did you come to a bunch of games,
I did.
as a kid?
I actually, at my high school, Sarge would always come and do camps with us, so I've known Sarge since a while. But yeah, so I have been to UAFS volleyball games, so it's really cool now to be able to be a player on the court.
So what was it? I was going to say, what's it like going from the crowd watching her coach to now playing for her?
It's a different experience to actually be in that position and have people watching me and know what it's like to be watched. I've been a stan and I've watched those girls and I've admired those girls in my time. So to know that I'm in that position now is really important to me.
Now, how has it been from your perspective, to play some of the top teams week in and week out?
It's definitely been a challenge for us, but we have not given up yet. And every day in practice, we work harder and we push forward. It's a new conference and we play every single team in this conference is good, but I believe that we're just as good as well and that it's good for us. We all love to compete on UAFS. We love the competition. We love being pushed. And so, yeah.
And now we've got a younger team. I think we only have one senior, and now you're a sophomore. We brought in a bunch of freshmen. Have you taken on a little bit of a leadership role, having played for coach before with all the newcomers?
Yeah, I definitely think that, especially coming in as an athlete, it's way different than high school, and it's a learning curve. And so my biggest thing is just being there for the freshmen who don't quite understand things, or maybe just in their college life daily, their schoolwork, time management, things like that I just want to help them out with to take a little bit of stress off of them to make sure that they are competing well and that they're enjoying it as they do it.
And now kind of go back to what we talked about with Coach. You're playing number 3 Nebraska Kearney and Fort Hays this weekend. Give us a little preview into what those games might look like.
It's exciting. We know that they are good and that they are going to come here to play, but we're home and we are excited to be home with them. That gives us a little bit of an advantage. But we know that it's not going to be an easy match, and we know that everything we play, every ball matters. We're just going to push forward and hope for the best and know for the best.
All right. Well, this is a podcast and we like to have a little fun, get to know you a little better. So we're going to play this or that.
Okay.
So Snapchat or Instagram?
Instagram, definitely.
Is there a reason one over the other?
I'm not a big Snapchatter. I'm more of the text. I love to scroll on Instagram just to see what people are doing in their lives. Snapchat is kind of boring for me.
Country music or pop music?
I would say on a daily basis, probably country.
I say we are kind of,
Yeah,
in
I do
area.
listen to pop, but it's a hard choice, but probably country.
Eat out or a home cooked meal?
During season, eat out.
So you do it almost
yeah, during season is eat out. We are pretty busy, so you get tired. But off season, I do like to cook more and try and stay home and just cook.
Now into the academics a little bit.
Yeah.
Essay questions or multiple choice?
Multiple choice, always.
Essay it kind of narrows it down.
Always multiple choice.
Beach or mountains? I'll be careful. She takes you to the mountains here and stuff.
I would probably say beach. I love warm weather, so I'm always going to want to be near warm.
And then game nights or movie nights?
Movie nights. I love a movie.
You have a favorite movie?
I would say my top 2 are Tangled or the Hunger Games movies.
That seems like two very different choices.
But I love both of them very much.
All right, and now we had Jeremy Tandoy on for men's golf, and he got to ask the next guest a question. He didn't know it was going to be you, but he asked, what is your favorite color?
My favorite color is pink. Pretty girly, but I mean, what can I say? It's just my favorite color.
Coach doesn't like that color. Oh, you get to wear pink this weekend.
Yeah, I do. That's my favorite jersey we have is our pink one.
So, okay, what is your question for the next guest? Again, I don't know. Actually, it's going to be Cadence Hodge next week from cross country.
Ooh.
And I think we might have Caleb on for men's basketball, maybe.
I'll just stay with the basic. What is his spirit animal?
Interesting. All right, well, look forward to that one next week. And then, what are you going to school for?
I'm going to be a teacher, middle level education, so hopefully a math teacher and a coach on top of that.
You try and stick close to home, or is it?
I haven't decided yet. I could move away, but I could also stay here local.
Mm-hmm.
I like it here, but I also could move somewhere else. I don't have anything in particular. Wherever I get a job.
I mean, that's what happened with me.
Yeah,
That's how I ended up down here 13 hours from home.
Right.
So, but it's nice here. I like it. So, all right. Well, that will do it for this episode. Keep in mind, join us Friday, 6 p.m. here at the Stubblefield Center against number 3 Nebraska Kearney, and again Saturday at 1 p.m. against Fort Hays State for our annual Pink Out match. Thank you to Coach Jane Sargent and Brianna Ball for joining us today, and make sure to tune in next time.